Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and I'm joined by my good friend, newsbreaker, lovemaker, Devon Rahl.
How are we doing?
Good, man. You know, good.
Are we?
Tried to start the show a few minutes earlier.
You're like, dude, you're kind of like my mom in a lot of ways.
Lovely lady. I like that comparison.
She is a great lady, or like my wife. It's like, dude, I know I have to be in here, but there's other stuff I have to attend to.
Look,
the world doesn't revolve around you, bro.
Yeah, you drag your feet coming to the podcast.
You act like I'm like doing this on purpose, though. Like I like to just like sit out there and wait for you to text me to come in here.
That's maybe I just have trauma.
That clearly is what
maybe
it is.
I just have trauma.
Oh, past relationship,
past relationship, sometimes
past hostess, possibly.
Not going to go that far.
Okay.
We have some juicy juice to discuss with you today.
What's the big one?
The big one is we did a story. The White House is saying it's not true, and we're saying, yeah, it is.
Yeah, doubling down.
So
you're talking about Donald Trump considering pardoning Diddy.
Yes, of course. We're going to talk about what Kevin Federline talked about. The reason he ended things once and for all with Britney. It's a pretty interesting anecdote. And finally, it's going to be Drake versus Kendrick round 2. Because
I can't wait for this, actually. I'm not the biggest baseball fan. I have really good friends that are like live and breathe and die Dodger baseball.
Sad.
Well, no, people have hobbies. Like, I mean, you live and breathe and die Sora AI.
Yeah, it's a tool.
So people have hobbies. But yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
for sure.
Drake versus Kendrick in the World Series. We'll remind you we're live on YouTube. So if you happen to be awake and watching, we love you. Thank you for coming to spend your mornings with us, huh, Devon?
Yeah, I mean,
you want to say to the lovely people listening live?
Well, I love them. And if you're sleeping in past, I don't know if you're West Coast, this is 9:30.
It's 9:30. It's at 9:30 a.m., yeah. And if you're East Coast, then if you're not up by now.
You had a long night last night.
Yeah. Okay, this is a big one. Donald Trump is vacillating about whether or not to commute Diddy's sentence. They deny it. The White House denies it. But we know for a fact, sources have told us that Trump is basically weighing it up right now.
Can you do vacillating?
Vacillating.
Definition?
Going back and forth.
Okay, thank you.
Back and forth.
Thank you.
Back and forth.
Okay.
And ultimately, our source says it'll be up to Trump. It's up to nobody. It's not up to the White House. It's not up to any of the people. It's up to Trump. And so whatever he says goes, obviously.
Correct. So we put this story up, I think, last night around 6 p.m. And we're not saying that, like you said, he's considering. We're not saying we know one way or the other. And what we're being told are that some of the White House staff is urging him, do not do this.
Why would they be doing that? Why would they be saying
Why would they not want to? Because...
What difference does it make at this point? What difference does it make?
What do you mean, what difference?
He pardoned Diddy. Now I'm not MAGA anymore.
I just feel like that there's probably people in his team that are like, hey, this guy is a bad guy and did some terrible things.
And?
So?
I
mean, technically, like, this isn't like the Chrisleys who committed white collar crimes and like did like tax evasion or whatever it was. This guy has been accused of some really terrible things.
Doesn't matter, bro.
Well, I think it does. Clearly it does to some of his staffers. So basically we put this story out, right? And then we wake up this morning and the White House released an on-the-record statement about this story.
Wow.
There is zero truth to the TMZ report, which we would have gladly explained had they reached out before running their fake news. The president, not anonymous sources, is the final decider of pardons and communications. The second part makes no sense. We never said he wasn't. Obviously,
right.
They're just stating a fact.
What are they? So they're saying he's.
They are saying there is zero truth to the TMZ report. Our report said that he was going back and forth on whether or not he was going to commute Diddy's sentence. So
he's not then.
Well, the only thing that they're basically saying, if you just read the statement, they're saying there's zero truth. So he maybe has a decision one way or the other.
Maybe he's decided he will commute.
Exactly. So it's. Yeah, it's weird. I mean...
And also, like, we not only stand by the story, it's true. The story we reported is true. Trump is vacillating whether or not to commute Diddy's sentence.
And it's like, I know you're on the side of, you think that he for sure is going to.
I personally Well, I would be shocked if he didn't.
Because
Now,
he does want to stick it to the New York, whatever it is, that court. It's the same court that was going
Yes.
after Diddy were the ones that were prosecuting him.
and the same lead prosecutor.
So I do get him being petty like that and being like, hey, I'm going to stick it to these people who, were out to get me. As he could maybe think, hey, they're just out to get another very high profile famous person and unjustly prosecute them. So I could see that. I mean, at this point, does he have any rhyme or reason? Like he freed the Chrisleys, he freed George Santos, and it's just because he wanted to. He doesn't really have to give reasoning.
He doesn't, but I mean, Diddy hasn't, or his family members haven't been wearing the MAGA hat.
They haven't done the MAGA hat,
which surprises me.
And Diddy has never really publicly praised Trump or made it a thing like you guys are doing to me exactly what you did to the president. I feel like if he would have made one of those plays, it would be far more likely.
Well, at the moment, as it stands on a betting website.
You're a gambling addict.
Well, I just looked up because there is a 1% chance that Trump commutes Diddy's sentence this week.
So you just placed a major wager?
No.
I don't bet. I don't think those odds are likely, or I don't think those are correct because I feel like it should be 50-50.
I feel like it should be too. That's why you got to put your life savings on.
Yeah. No more betting.
We're only saying that he's considering it. Like, that's not a crazy stretch. I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Yeah, and we had reported previously that his people in his camp had spoken to people in Trump's camp. We did this a couple weeks ago.
Trump raised that unprompted.
Oh yeah, and then
Trump
Trump talked about it and said,
Trump talked about it.
Yeah, so it's clear, it's the fact that they're denying. The only denial I could see is if he has made a decision and they just haven't said it.
Right,
one
so
way
he's
or the other.
he's not vacillating anymore is what they meant. He's decided.
I don't know. Crazy story though.
Okay, next story. Kevin Federline, K-Fed, as he's known to.
God, we have covered this guy a lot. The book came out today.
The book
I feel like I already read it.
Me too. That's
what I mean?
That's the problem.
With these publishers, I get what you're doing. Leak some stuff and you make some headlines so people know the book's out. But when you leak the whole book, it's like, dude, no one needs to buy this.
Why buy the cow if you can have the
I already know all the crazy headlines.
Well, here is another crazy headline. In his book, You Thought You Knew, he just talks about receiving a phone call while he was working in Miami that ultimately ended all his hope for the relationship. He said in the book, I was in Miami for work, trying to stay focused on my commitments. And I got a call. It was her, Paris Hilton, and Lindsay Lohan on the line, drunk as hell, begging me to come over. I could hear Preston and Jaden, their sons, crying in the background. It had to be 3 or 4 in the morning. That call was the final straw. So her prioritizing partying over parenting.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the final straw, I think, for a lot of dads. I mean, it's crazy to hear him say, I mean, it's one thing if, Paris and Lindsay and Brittany, obviously it was well documented, their partying back in the day and how crazy they were. But it's like if they had a nanny or whatever, but the fact that the kids were there and clearly upset, and she's like, according to Kevin, not in the right frame of mind. I mean, didn't he say the call was in early in the morning?
Yeah, 4 or 4.
4, the kids were bad scene. And I mean, because it's weird because originally I was told when it was announced that he was releasing this book that some people in Britney's world had seen the book or read it and were basically saying he doesn't really say anything that bad about her. But I mean, he's painted a pretty bad picture, at least of her as a mom. Yeah,
which is probably her weak point.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, that's where I feel like he's really defending himself, being like, you got your side out. Now I'm getting my side, how I was the dad who was actually taking care of the kids and you were kind of because everyone looks at this guy as he was a gold digger type that struck it big.
Professional, what do they call it? Professional
He was a professional parent and she's paying all this child support and whatnot. But yeah, she was paying a lot of money because she was the rich one. But raising kids is a full-time job.
Yeah, it's hard.
And the fact that he was actually the one that cared about the kids and was always there for the kids and seemed like he always had, at least according to him, the kids' best interests in mind, it does make you kind of look at him a little differently, no?
Yeah, it does. But the kids obviously, like love their dad and have spent most of their
Right.
you know
One of the
90%.
kids doesn't even talk to Brittany. She said that on
Are they
Instagram.
not like rekindling?
One of the kids has been around her a little bit recently, but the member she posted on Instagram, of course, it's her posting, so take everything with a grain of salt. But she said something like that. She hasn't spoken to one of the kids. She hasn't seen or spoken to him in like 4 or 5 years.
Oh, really?
So
I mean, I hope that now they're all adults that they can mend this. But
Yeah.
and also just Kevin Federline, get your money. I think I'm cool with it.
Well, dude, I don't know if any of the books are gonna sell. I would love to. I actually want to look into what the sales are of this
I
book.
would be so curious.
Because I bet they're not even that good. It's like people read the websites and see all these quotes from the book and they're like, why would I have to buy it?
That is the same reason people just watch clips from podcasts. They don't actually click on the podcast.
Yeah, and we don't want that.
We want them to click on the podcast. We
Yeah,
want our
no,
numbers
I'm
up.
saying we don't want them just looking at clips. So
I know.
So we can't give all of our like great insight and all like the funny tidbits in these clips.
We
bro.
don't. We say
You
that-
have to
yeah,
come to the podcast and
Right.
watch it live. And then
Right.
you'll see us mess up probably.
Totally. Okay, final story. Drake was stoked last night. He had a rare win.
I hate this guy. I like his music, but I can't stand his like sports, like jumping on every band.
No, Drake is like a really hot girl, and once you get to know her a bit better, then you're like, don't find you as attractive. Like
Oh, yeah,
Drake's music to
totally.
me,
He's an Instagram model.
it's repulsive to me, his music, because I don't like the man.
Oh, I like his music.
Nah,
I can separate it.
I can't. Anyway, his Blue Jays, Toronto Blue Jays, they got into the World Series. Congratulations.
They've
Versing-
never won a World Series.
They got into one last like 30
Yeah,
years
they've
ago.
gotten to one, I guess. I think one time, but good for them.
Good for them. They'll be versing Kendrick Lamar's Dodgers.
It is an interesting matchup because obviously the biggest rap beef or just beef in general that I can think for like quite some time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they, if like the MLB leans into this, if either of
would.
them show up or
Both. If both of them in the same state.
I highly doubt that will happen, but who knows? Drake's just lame, bro. Like he was in Toronto at his house. It's like, dude, you have all the money and time in the world. He didn't even go to the game. His post was from like his home movie theater.
He's not a real
And I've
fan.
never heard him talk about the Blue Jays in my entire. I know he's like the king of Toronto, which is fine. Rep your team, but I've never heard him mention the Blue Jays ever.
I feel like he has a jersey for every sporting team that he pops on after they win.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kendrick will definitely be at Dodger Stadium.
Will he? Is he actually a fan?
He is. He's like. I mean, he's like a huge LA fan. I
Right.
feel like they're gonna welcome him out. I mean, Drake didn't even go to Game 7 of their elimination game, so who knows if he'll even go? He'll be sitting at his home movie theater.
No, he'll pretend now. He'll pretend.
So you think he will go?
He'll be there in the merch with face paint on, and
I think the Dodgers are gonna wipe the floor with the Blue Jays.
let's hope. I do love Canada though. You know, if
You
we're
have a
gonna,
soft
if, we-
spot?
if we're going to lose to any other team in the MLB, I'm glad it's a Canadian team. I love Canadians. If you're watching
Why?
it, they're just
I'm
nice.
so like indifferent about.
No, I like them, and I
people
know a
from
lot of
Canada.
Canadians, and I like all the Canadians.
They're nice people.
Shout out Canadians,
Okay.
man. Shout out Canadians.
I'd actually love to know if we have Canadian listeners.
Right in now. You don't have long.
We've got to have a few.
You don't have long because we're getting to the comments now. Devin, go ahead.
Dude, you don't have to like say go ahead and direct me.
Sorry.
I've been here for like a couple weeks now, bro.
Couple weeks.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I should know when
what?
the podcast starts,
I
right?
could give you more notes.
Okay.
But I don't.
Send them to my inbox. So we did another Diddy poll. Do you think Trump will pardon Diddy? 46% say yes. 54 no. Yeah, that's kind of where I think the betting odds should be. Almost 50-50. At this point, it's like I said, it's like there's no rhyme or reason with what he does, and he has the power to do it.
Why wouldn't
He
he?
could let anyone out.
These pardons often serve as a distraction from some of the stories.
Well, yeah, they were saying something this morning. I don't know if you're still. I'm so over the Epstein things. Release the files. Don't release the files. It's like, how many times are we going to hear this? They're never releasing the files, bro.
Right.
They're never going to.
Right. But
So I'm over it, but apparently there's something coming up where I guess I'm over my skis here, but like the majority is possibly going to get voted in Congress, and then they're going to be able to release the files. So people are saying he might use this. This might be the time.
yeah, if the government shutdown ends and one of the politicians is
Thank
sworn
you.
in, then she will give the vote.
This is more your lane. Okay.
But yeah, intelligent conversation. Yeah, that's my lane. What is yours?
Intelligent conversation. Have you seen our text thread?
Well, that's more of AI. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not much intelligence going on.
Sure.
But yeah, so he might release it then.
Okay.
Or release Diddy then. Distraction. JMJV, what's the difference between commuting and pardoning? Intelligent conversation.
Commuting is to be made shorter.
Commuting a sentence.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do.
You can pardon someone from a crime, get it expunged from their whatever. Like you're not guilty of that anymore. Commuting means that he shortens his sentence.
I feel like we're getting done dirty by our team here.
Why?
Like they put this question because they knew damn well we didn't know.
I do know.
So a pardon forgives a crime while commuting reduces a sentence. That is basically what you said.
Bro,
you're smarter. You're smarter than you look.
I'm smarter than I sound as well. Like, people think I'm an idiot when I talk.
Do you just like purposely play up being like really dumb so that like when you do say something smart, people are like, oh wow.
Have you heard of an idiot savant?
Yeah, isn't it? Yes, I actually knew one in college.
Oh,
A guy. Yeah, a guy. I don't. Shout out to him. Yeah, he was one.
he knows who he is if he's listening.
Yes, he should know.
Okay.
Enhanced creators. Trump should pardon me. Pardon me for walking around with these guns. My biceps. Okay.
There you go, enhanced creator.
Enhanced creator is just bodied up.
Wow.
He said only. I wonder. Is he probably just an arm guy? Like just goes and does curls at the
legs
gym?
like chicken legs.
Yeah, guy's got no legs. Never squatted a day in his life.
Right.
Send in a photo. We'll tell you. Boba T, if Diddy goes MAGA, he is definitely getting pardoned.
For sure.
In my opinion.
What do you like boba tea? Have we been through this?
Yeah, we talked about it. I'm not a fan.
Are there different types of boba?
I think so. They're those a little. I don't like. Okay, it's like a tea, but then there's those little like
Chia seeds. Chia.
They're like these little like taffy balls or whatever or boba balls. Tapioca. There
You said
go.
taffy.
I don't know, bro. I don't like them, man.
Okay.
I don't like them. I'm out on boba. I'm in on boba tea though. They always write in and are a very great listener, live listener. Chris Putnam, sticking it to a court by pardoning a convicted sex offender and trafficker is just stupid. That would definitely make me think more likely he may have in fact taken a couple island vacations. See, there are people that would turn on him, and not his base though. His base won't care, but there are people out there that would be like, I cannot believe you did this.
No one would really care. And then the next day, something else would happen.
Chris would. I think his name was Chris.
Putnam?
Yeah, he would
You
care.
said Putnam.
Well, they scrolled.
Anyway, that's irrelevant. But
well, you're just throwing out Chris's opinion. He just said he would care.
He doesn't mean it.
Oh, okay.
If I know Chris like I think I know him, he doesn't really care.
And finally, Britney Spears, Kevin Federline, Ashley M. I believe what K-Fed is saying to an extent. I just don't like his delivery. He's responsible for a lot of these choices she made. I don't know if I believe I side with Ashley here. I will say he was kind of a train wreck himself back in the day. He was young. They were partying. I'm sure he's done a lot of things. I mean, that he conveniently leaves out of this book that he's probably not proud of. But I mean, he's standing like this is his side or his opinion or his perspective of what went down. And from what I've heard, Britney is not going to be suing him or anything.
Right. And like Sam Asghari never really got like the right of reply. He signed like an NDA or like her exes don't talk, right? Her exes haven't like smashed on her.
No, this is the first one I can think of. JT never has said it, never says anything.
Didn't like the Jason Alexander, not guy from
Seinfeld,
Seinfeld,
that guy's had some other issues.
He defended her as well.
He also, I believe, stalked her.
He showed up at her wedding,
and was arrested.
He showed up to her wedding
house.
on the wedding day, uninvited. To Sam Asghari.
They gotta let him in.
They let him in.
Come on, they've got to have another play.
Invite lost in the mail.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Devin.
I'll be on time tomorrow, I promise.
Please. I'm a very impatient guy.
Clearly.
All right. See you guys later.
Yep.